Hey, it's good to see you all. I'm sorry that we're having to see each other this way, but that's just the reality of the world we're in right now. We are all concerned about the COVID-19, and we're also concerned about the economic crisis that that's bringing. But just in some perspective today, we have a lot to be thankful for. First of all, we're communicating like this. 100 years ago, 200 years ago, they weren't able to do this. You're also in a nice warm home where you don't have to worry about going out and chopping your firewood. Though the shelves at the grocery store are thinning, there's still plenty of food there. And hopefully most of us can find toilet paper. It's a tough time. We think about college students not being able to finish their semesters, all these students who played sports, all of us who love NCAA basketball and professional sports. It's a hard time to see that. It's hard for people who are laid off right now. Restaurant workers who aren't able to work, new small business owners who are worried about, are we going to be able to sustain and thrive through this, or going to make it at all. So it's a challenging time, but I'm reminded of how this church, Goodlettsville Cumberland Presbyterian Church, first began. Our first pastor was Reverend Goodlett, Adam Goodlett. His uncle was a physician here in town, and Adam was named after his uncle. His uncle actually wrote one of the first books on cholera, and it's still in the library at Nashville Public Library. Cholera was a big problem in this part of the country at the time. As a matter of fact, Adam served here at this church for 8 years, built it up, and then he was called to go downtown. He started another Cumberland Presbyterian church called Second Cumberland Presbyterian. It was a beautiful building. It grew up as well, but the Civil War hit. Think about that for a moment. Right here in our area, bombs falling, our very own people going out to fight. We can't let our kids out to play, and in the middle of all that, cholera strikes. His new church became a hospital, field hospital, for those who were injured there in the war. And so he went in, as he was also trained as a doctor, he went in and worked with them. He went in and tried to minister to them right where their need was. And he eventually contracted cholera himself, and he died. Yes, he was one of the first non-military people buried in Mount Olivet Cemetery. He and his wife both are there. Why did I tell you this? Well, that church struggled. That church eventually had to sell to a Methodist church, move away, and a lot of its members folded into another church. And it was a struggle. It was a hard time. The things that we're facing are nowhere near that. And so in this time of difficulty, give thanks for your opportunity and ability to go online. Give thanks for the fact that you can have food delivered to your house. Give thanks that you can drive through a restaurant and still pick up a taco if you want to. Give thanks that your children are with you and that they're healthy. Give thanks that you have this opportunity to be together as a family. Give thanks that we're probably going to get some kind of government bailout, we hope. Give thanks for people who love you, and more than anything, give thanks to a God who's going to keep you. He promised that He would never leave us or forsake us. And so no matter what the storm, no matter what the valley, He'll go with you. He'll be with you. And as bad as it is, it's been a lot worse. And so we thank God for His grace, even in difficult times like this. We're going to be bringing you prayer every day here from Goodlettsville and Gallatin Church. And we invite you to join in on Facebook each morning as we pray for you, pray for our city, pray for our country and our world. God bless you.